Yes, I'd like to welcome you to the state of Arizona first illegal immigration law training course. This is Sergeant Schultz. And I also would like to welcome some guests we have that are monitoring our class for possible implementation of a similar law in their states. People, welcome to Arizona. The first thing we're going to cover is appearance. What should someone look like to give you reasonable suspicion to hold them and question if they're here legally? Clear example where you won't get in trouble at all is if you see someone that looks like this. Detain this individual immediately for questioning. I don't think you'll have any problems of any kind of profiling at all. Number 2, language. Often people that are not native to this land speak English in a rather confusing manner, getting words out of place, but it's not foolproof. So it's easy for me to tell you who not to detain versus who to detain. And one example in particular is if you see this person and you hear them talk, do not detain them. I'm sure you recognize this individual. She's been hanging around John McCain here recently, and I think she ran for vice president. Or, sir, isn't she from Alaska? Well, yes. Isn't she from the part that's close to Russia? Yes. Well, how do we know she didn't just swim over here from, look, let's not go down that road. If you see her, just leave her alone. Okay, sir. Next, geographic confusion. Often there are similar sounds to different places. You can easily get caught up and get confused. So number 1, if you see this group of people, let me just point out to you who these people are. These are Romanians. If you see these people, these Romanians, and they're dressed like this, do not detain them. They're probably in town for some sort of athletic competition. However, something that sounds very similar, you need to have a quite different reaction. These are Romulans. Romanians, Romulans. If you see some Romulans, detain them immediately. They probably shouldn't be here and probably do not have the right identification. Another thing we need to look out for is name confusion. Often, some names sound exactly the same. Give you a perfect example, and one of your most challenging tasks will be when you run up against this. If you see this group of people, these are Kardashians. Do not detain them. They are Kardashians. But however, to add to your challenge, you also have to deal with the fact that these are also Kardashians. If you see these Kardashians, detain them immediately. I don't think you're going to have any problem telling us that you can detain these Kardashians. Let's go over that one more time. Kardashians, do not detain. Kardashians, do contain. Let's move to our next step. Avoiding pitfalls. Well, sir, what about the Hispanic population? After all, we do share a huge border with Mexico. I'm getting that. Once again, I'll tell you what not to do. Number 1, if you see this individual, do not detain. This is Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Do not detain. I have a feeling we'll be seeing her soon enough anyway. Then there's one other big pitfall. Just can't go by last names and things like that. So one person you do not detain is President Barack Obama. I know the last name says Obama, but we have a lot of last names that throw you off. Isn't that right, Mr. McDonald, Mr. O'Shaughnessy, Mr. Jones. So do not detain President Barack Obama. Any questions? This is the end of our crash course on the Arizona illegal immigration law. Thank you, good luck, and use your best judgment. For more information, go to www.dtpollard.com. Thank you.